Hello, everyone. Welcome to Lady T Talks. I'm excited to be with you today. I'm excited for you to join. God bless you. I pray that you had a blessed day at work or whatever you were doing today. I pray that it was a good day. It's a beautiful day. So, welcome to Lady T Talks. Hello, mamas. I'm excited to be with you because we're still on the topic I am enough. And today's subtopic is Who are you? So I picked this subtopic today because I felt impressed of the Lord as I'm writing my book, my daily devotional book. I've worked on it today, and I'm excited because it was just flowing, and God is really moving, and I'm just excited. So you guys stay tuned. I'm telling you, in the next few months, it'll be out, published, and you'll be able to get your copy. So I'm really, really excited because God is really speaking for us to have a daily devotional to be able to share with you on the things that we've been talking about. So it's going to be dealing with a lot of the things that we've already talked about. You're enough, you're worth being loved, and all of those things, forgiveness, things that we've kind of talked about. It's going to be in a daily devotional form, so you'll be able to take notes in there. It's a little prayer attached to each day. So I'm really excited because God is really moving. So let's dig in. So who are you? When you think about that, who are you? What comes to mind? What comes to mind for me is who I say I am. A lot of times we don't think about who we are. We just kind of go on what other people have said that we are. Meaning, if someone said you're smart, then you might go and say, oh, I'm smart. Yeah, I'm this, I'm that. If somebody says you're dumb, then the chances are you'll think that you're dumb. So a lot of times we feel that we are who we are because of what other people have called us, have said about us, have said to us. Teachers, parents, siblings, family members, friends have all said things to us. And if we did not reject it, we gave life to it, and it became who we thought we were. So a lot of times we are operating or functioning in the shadow of other people's opinion of who we are. And that's not what God has called us to be if it's not according to his word. I remember there was a period in my life where I was called dumb. I was called stupid. I was told I would never be anything. I went through all these different things in my life, and those things were designed from the enemy to keep me in a state where I would never be where I'm at today. If I would have held on to what these things that this individual has said to me, that I would never be nothing, that I was dumb, that I was stupid, that I wasn't smart, and a lot of other things that this individual said to me, if I would have held on to those things, I would not be where I'm at today. I can promise you that. There was a time when I didn't feel smart, when I didn't feel like I could make it, when I didn't feel like I can go on, when I didn't feel like I could, function as I'm supposed to function every day. And I literally was just existing in life because I didn't know who I was. I didn't understand my purpose in life. And because people said things to me that belittled me and made me feel less than a woman or the child or the young lady that I was at the time, I embraced those things. I gave life to those things. So those things became me. It became a part of who I was, even though that wasn't the design that God had for me to be. God never designed me to think I was stupid. God never designed me to think I was dumb. God never designed me to think that I would never be anything, because I'm created in his image. I'm created just like him. Same thing goes for you. So I don't know what people have said to you. I don't know what people have spoken over you. I don't know how people have made you feel by the words that they spoken. Now, words are real things. They are real things. When we say things, if I say to you, you're not going to be anything, and I'm a person of influence in your life, someone that you look up to or you respect, and I'm constantly beating you down with words that don't mean anything, that aren't uplifting to you, those things that you might be able to fight it, excuse me, you might be able to fight it and say, oh, I don't receive it. But if I keep doing it, the devil's going to take those words and play on us. And we have to be strong enough to counteract that right away. So when someone says to you, if someone was to say that to me now, God help them, because I could tell you that the wrath that will come to them for trying to tell me who I am is just not going to happen. So, but back in a fragile state, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 years old, 16 years old, when this person was telling me these things, I was vulnerable. I looked up to this person, this individual. I looked up to them. And so I literally hinged on the words that they spoke to me. So to hear every day on a consistent basis, oh, you're nothing, you're dumb, you're stupid. I literally took that to heart, and I became dumb. I became stupid. I couldn't focus in school. I was getting bad grades in school. I wasn't doing well in school. And I was struggling. I was struggling as an individual, as a girl. I was struggling in my identity. I didn't understand who I was. And so these things that were said to me, I kind of just took it on and said, you know what? I guess you're right. Because, you know, you say you love me, you say you care about me, and you're saying these things to me. So I'm going to go ahead and go with the flow. It wasn't until years and years later where I started coming out of what the funk that I was in, with the help of my husband and other loved ones that were around me, that believed in me, that encouraged me, that seen my potential, that pushed me, and changed the words that they spoke into my life, which gave me a different identity. A lot of times, and yesterday we talked about identity crisis, and we talked about how identity crisis means that we're unclear about who we are as a person. And a lot of us are operating in that vein right now, where we're really struggling with who we are. We are unclear as to who we are. We are unclear as to our purpose and why we're here. And I know a lot of times I've talked to people and they're like, well, I don't even know what I'm here for. Like, what's my purpose in life? And I say, well, what is it that you like to do? So we try to narrow it down to things that people like. What makes you happy? What gets you up in the morning? What gets you going? What gets your, you know, when you wake up in the morning, what makes you get out the bed? And I know, yeah, I got to go to work. I got to, you know, make this money, you know, whatever, you know, trading time for money. These things, we know we have to live, so we need a job, right? But if you could get out of the bed every day and do what you love to do and make money at it, what would drive you? What would get you going? What would wake you up before the alarm clock? These are the things we got to think, because that's where we need to be operating. We need to be operating in a place where we are living the life that God ordained for us to live. But when you don't know who you are, you will do a job and go to a job every day that you're unhappy, that you're miserable, that you literally are just going because you need a paycheck and you don't know what to do to get out of, get unstuck from that job. Because I have to work, I need a job. So a lot of us, because we don't understand that we have a bigger purpose for our life, and we're not speaking things over ourselves to change our situation and our circumstances, because we're not changing our mindset. Now, I want you to think about the question I proposed. Who are you? What are you saying about yourself? What do you say to yourself every day, or not say to yourself every day? Because sometimes we're guilty of not even saying things. We just kind of just get up and go. We're not speaking anything different to our situation, to our circumstances. Things might be going left and keep going left, and I need to go right. We have the ability with our words to change our situation by telling it to go left. And I'm not talking about like literally going left, like, you know, it's not just going to go left, but I'm talking about if you're doing something that's not working for you, if you're on a road that's not productive, how can you get out of that? How can you change that? If things are not working for you, you have to take a step back and think. Why is this not working for me? What is going on? What can I do differently? Take a step back and think for a second. I like to say think for a change. Think for a change. In order to change, you got to think of a way to change. And sometimes we need other people to help us see that we need a change. Now, I've been in situations before where I was literally like, I can't even tell you, I was so off that it was ridiculous. And someone would say to me, Talana, what you're doing, that attitude that you have, or that way that you're going is not right. And I'm looking at them like, yeah, okay, whatever. But the reality of it is that I couldn't see it, because a lot of times if I'm looking at the picture and I'm the one if I'm in the picture, I can't see. Other people out there are looking, and they can see the things that we can't see because we're in the picture, and tell us, hey, that's not a good way to go. If you keep treating your husband that way, you're not going to be married long. If you keep treating your wife this way, you're not going to be married long. If you keep on doing your kids this way or doing this at work, you're not going to have a job. I was literally at someone's birthday party, and it was funny because they told this person their handwriting was really horrible. And trust me, I work where in the field where handwriting is very important, and it's literally legal documents that if any time anybody could come in from the state and say, hey, I need this book. And if they can't understand the handwriting, that's a problem. And so they told this gentleman, he was like, well, am I fired? And they said, no, but we need you to work on your penmanship. So when you go home this weekend, work on your penmanship. And if you come in on Monday and write better, you'll still have a job. Well, he's still working. But my point is, someone had to tell him that what he was doing wasn't the right thing, that he needed to change this or shift that. So sometimes we need that in our life where people can say, hey, the way that you're going is not right. So I'm here to tell you today that you got to answer the question, who are you? Who do you say you are? Forget people. That's their opinion. They're not God. I don't care if they're your husband, they're your wife, your mother, your father. I don't care who they are. They're not God. So if God is not the one saying it and you're not speaking something different, if you're not speaking what the word of God is saying about you, then don't dismiss all that. So I had to dismiss that I'm dumb. I had to dismiss I'm stupid. I had to dismiss that I'll never be anything, because those are lies. That is a lie from the devil. That person was on assignment to keep me in a situation that I wasn't designed to be in. God allowed it because what happened was I was in it, and now I'm no longer in it. And those people that may have or are suffering with low self-esteem, depression, that's ever been mentally, physically, emotionally, sexually abused, I can identify. I can help you. I can tell you that, okay, yeah, you're there now, but you don't have to stay there. Don't use that as a crutch. Don't use that as a way of escape to fall back on your problems and stay stuck where you are. No, use that to empower you to move forward. If I would have stayed there and the mindset that I was in because of what had happened to me, I would have never been a successful woman that I am today. And it's helping me grow. It's helping me know that I need to keep pushing. I need to keep going, because that's not going to stop me. Mr., Mrs., you're not going to stop me by what you're speaking to me, because I don't receive it. It's called the power of agreement. When somebody says something to you, you have to give it power and agree with it in order for it to become a reality in your life. Why do I say that? Because you can say to me all day, Talana, you're nothing. Talana, you'll never be nothing. And I'm going to tell you, you're wrong, because I am something. I am somebody, because greater is he that is in me than he that is in the world. I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. I am the head and I'm not the tail. I'm above only and not beneath. So if you come at me now, I'm coming back to you with the word of God and with a word that's going to stop you from coming at me. Amen? I'm just saying. You might not believe in God. You might not believe that, what I'm saying is true, but you got to be able to have a comeback. You got to be able to have something that's going to help somebody see that you're not just going to speak this over my life. You're not just going to speak this to me because I don't receive it. You have to agree and give power to what people say about you. So take your power back. Stand in your right. Stand in that woman and that man that God made you be, and be the best you can be. Who are you? What do you say that you are? The power of I am. You don't even understand how powerful the words I am are. Now, if you're going around saying I am broke, I am sick, I am tired, I am frustrated, guess what you're going to be? Sick, tired, frustrated, and broke. Because whatever follows the I am, you're giving life to. There's power in your words. Life, death and life are in the power of the tongue. Whatever you say, you're giving life to. So if you're telling yourself and those around you that I'm broke, you're giving life to brokenness. So you're going to stay broke, because what happens is your mind is going to find ways to keep you broke. Because your mind is designed to work with your words, and your brain is all designed to work together. So you have to get in a system where you're changing your mind by changing your thoughts, changing your talk, what you're saying out of your mouth. So if you say all my need is met, now granted, you're saying all my need is met right now, and it might not be. The shut off notice might be there. You got the yellow notice in the mail. You got the pink notice in the mail. You got the red notice in the mail. And that may be a fact. But I challenge you today to take that bill and say, all my need is met. I don't confess it in fear, but I declare it in faith. And God, you're going to make a way out of no way. You're going to do exactly what you said you're going to do, even though it doesn't look like it. Because, see, faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen. So you're not going to see it. To believe it, you got to believe it. And then you'll see it. Tell me I'm right. So what I'm saying to you is that you have to know who you are. So even if your behavior is not lining up to where you want to be, then you speak, I am positive. I am enough. I am worth loving. You might not think you're worth loving right now, but I tell you, if you keep telling yourself every day, it'll resonate in your mind. You have to reprogram your mind. You have to change your thoughts. You got to change your actions. You got to change your speech. You got to change your thinking. You got to change your heart. It all comes together. Your brain will do and react to whatever you're saying. Your words are powerful. Your words are life. Your words are designed to bring you to the place where you're supposed to be. What are you saying about yourself? Who are you? I am a woman of God. I am loving. I am kind. I am gentle. I am pleasant to be around. I am a lovable human being. I am a cheerleader. I am great. I am wonderful. I am powerful. I am mighty. I am the great. I'm great. I'm everything that God said that I am. What are you saying about yourself? Get a piece of paper and get a pen and write down who you are. Change it. If you're struggling with low self-esteem, I have high self-esteem. If you're struggling with low self-worth, I feel good about myself. I have high self-esteem. I have high self-worth. I am worth this. And it might not feel good to you. It might not feel right, but I challenge you to keep doing it anyway. It doesn't matter what you feel. Say something different until your feelings line up with your words. Your words are meant to take you on a journey to where God wants you to be. That's why he said death and life. So you're either going to produce death or you're going to produce life. What are you producing about yourself? Are you producing life? Are you producing longevity? Are you producing death? Are you dying every day slowly by the words that you're speaking about yourself? I don't care what people say. Trust me, people have said a lot of things about me. They have called me a lot of things. That is their opinion. And like I keep telling you, Les Brown says other people's opinion of you is not your business. It doesn't matter. Who cares? It's just an opinion. We get stuck on people's opinions because we look up to them and we respect them. And I can't believe they said that. And I can't believe they said this. The Bible also tells us to study to show our own selves approved. So even if somebody's saying something to us, let's go see. Is this true? Is what they're saying true about me? No. If it doesn't line up with the word of God, if it's not positive, then reject it. Don't receive it. Don't take it as a part of who you are. That's not who I am. So I'm constantly rejecting things that people have said about me, that the devil has told me about myself that I know is not true. I'm impacting lives every day. I am changing lives every day by changing one life at a time. Because I have you tuned in here, because you're sharing this on your page and it's reaching people, I know that I am changing lives. So I am somebody. My voice matters. Your voice matters. What you say about yourself matters. It's imperative that you hear what I'm saying today. It is important that you hear what I'm saying today because you have the power to change the direction that your life is going. If you don't like the way that it's going, then change it. I don't like the direction my life was heading, so I have done the necessary things to change it. Trust me, writing this book, I have talked about writing a book, God knows, for years now. I've started a couple of different books. And I'll start it and not be consistent. I am determined to get my daily motivational out by the end of the year. That is my determination. I'm going to work on it every day until it's done. I'm not going to let nothing stop me from doing what God has called me to do because I am worth doing this. If I don't do this, I am robbing you of the gift that God has given me to give to you. The richest place in the world is the graveyard because we're taking all these gifts and talents that God has given us to the grave with us. That is not what God designed for us. That is not what he has for us. You have gifts. You have talents. You have abilities to change lives around you, your children's lives, your family's lives, your cousins' lives, your auntie's lives, your friends' lives. But we're not using our power of influence in a right way. We're not building people up. We're not telling people who they are. We're not telling people the greatness that they can accomplish. When we look at our children, if I could go do it all over again, my children would be so much further along because I would do it differently. But I can't go back and change the hands of time. But what I can do is tell them now who they are. Push them now to be the best person that they can be. To tell them, no, you can do this. You don't have to work for somebody 9 to 5. You can work for yourself. My son Omari is very talented when it comes to taking pictures. I'm on him all the time. You need to get he has a business. Come on, get that business going. You don't need to be punching Amazon's clock. I'm sorry. You have a gift from God. Make it work. God has given us gifts and talents to do different things. All of my boys are talented and gifted. Every last one of them, I can see them working for themselves. I can see them working with their hands or working with their minds, whatever gift that God gave them. So I'm encouraging them to step out there. I'm encouraging you to step out there and don't be afraid. Don't let fear stop you. Fear is designed to keep you stuck. It literally paralyzes us. Trust me, if I had it my way, I wouldn't be doing this live. If I'm telling you right now, I'm being honest with you, because sometimes I don't want to do it. Sometimes I'm afraid, what if nobody comes on? And all these things go through my mind. And then I say, you know what? You got to do it. So I don't even let those thoughts of not doing it be an option. It stopped me last week a couple of days. I'm not even going to lie to you. But I refuse to let it stop me anymore, because if I continue to let it stop me, I'm here today, off today, on tomorrow, I keep going wishy-washy. How am I living an example to you? I'm telling you that you can do it, but I have to do the same thing. I have to press. I believe in practicing what you preach. If I'm going to preach it, if I'm going to tell you, I'm going to do it. I don't want to be a hypocrite. I don't want to sit here and tell you one thing today and then do something different tomorrow. If I'm telling you that that's what you got to do, I have to do the same thing. And that's exactly what I'm doing. I have decided to obey God. I have decided to do what God has called me to do. Come hell, come high water, I am pressing forward. If you like that, say something in the chat. I'm telling you, you're worth it. You are worth. What are you worth? What are you worth? Who are you? You are great. Greatness is on the inside of you. Possibility is on the inside of you. The possibility is endless. We serve a God who's so big, who's so wide, who's so great that anything that we put our minds to, he can make it happen. But we have to get in agreement with his word. How is it going to benefit people? How is it going to help people? I'm telling you, my mind sometimes is so full with stuff that I want to do that I have to just say, okay, one thing at a time, God. I got to focus on one thing at a time. You have that same thing. What is it that's in your mind? What is it that when you wake up in the middle of the night, you're thinking, oh, if I could just do this, or if I could just have this, or if I could just go here, or if I could just do that. You can. You can. What is it that you need to do? You might have to be more disciplined. You might have to save money. You might have to not go to the nail shop this month. You might have to cut back here. You might have to get not name brand, but get the knockoff brand. You might have to cut back and do some different things. You might have to do what's necessary. Invest in yourself. If music is what you like to do, invest in things that help you in your career in music. If writing is what you like to do, you like to write in journals, go buy you some journals. Get you a whole bunch of pens and get to writing. What keeps us back from doing what we want to do? Who are you? What is it that you want from life? What is it that inspires you? Where do you want to go? Where do you want to be? Who do you want to be? You could be whoever you want. You don't have to say, I'm not for college. Did you try it? Did you go to community college and see if you liked it? No. Or yes. Whatever the answer is. If it was not for you, go to a trade school. If that's not for you, find out what it is you need to do to get where you need to go to be who you want to be. So I'm challenging you today to think, who am I? Who am I? And if you don't know who you are, I can help you see. You are great. You are great. You are great. Why do I say you're great? You're great because you're on this live video learning that you're great. There's nothing that you cannot do. Whatever you put your mind to do, you can do. Trust and believe me, you can do it. I believe in you. I need you to believe in you. I need you to believe that you can be whoever you want to be. Ask yourself, who am I? What is great about me? I'm a great communicator. I'm a great lover. I love people. I can forgive easily. I forgive quickly. I love that about myself. I'm a people person. I love being around people. I love children. I love children. Any opportunity I get to be around my grandkids, I'm just in heaven. Like, they're the best thing in the world. They are the best grandchildren in the world. That's just my ability. That's things about me that I like. That's part of who I am. Who are you? Who do you say you are? Are you a great person? Are you a loving person? Are you a kind person? Are you a gentle person? Absolutely. You want change. You want to be better. You want to do better. Then just do it. Just be it. Just wake up and say, you know what? Today is a new day. I'm going to do it. I'm not going to let nothing stop me. I'm not going to let myself stop me, because we can be our own worst enemy. We can talk ourselves out of stuff all the time. We are our own worst enemy. I know I am. I know I will beat myself up until Jesus comes. But I'm working on that, because I see that as a problem, because I don't like that about myself. I'm changing it. Because I don't have to beat myself up. I don't have to be hard on myself. I don't have to be mean to myself. If I'm nice to other people, why can't I be nice to me? I am my first person that I should be ministering to on a continual basis. I should be ministering to myself, telling myself that I'm good enough, that I'm worthy enough, that I'm loving enough, that I'm kind enough, that I'm gentle enough, that I can do anything that I put my mind to do, that I am powerful and I'm unique and I am wonderful. I love it that my name is Talana, because there's not a lot of Talanas out there. And my name means beautiful Indian princess, and I embrace those things, and I love that about myself. What do you love about yourself? What do you love about who you are? What is it that makes you who you are? There's greatness on the inside of you. I don't care what people said. I don't care the mistakes that you made. That doesn't matter to me, the mistakes that you made. God doesn't care. If you repent and ask God to forgive you, He forgives you. You don't have to keep beating yourself up because you've done something or you've said something or you've hurt somebody. Just make it right. Go back to them and say, look, I'm sorry. It's okay to apologize. It's okay to make it right. Because we would want somebody to do that to us. If somebody hurt us, it would feel really good if they came back and say, hey, you know what, Talana, I'm sorry. I did this and it hurt you and I'm wrong for that. Let's be the bigger person. Let's put our gifts down at the altar and go make it right. That's the Bible. We can't walk around here with all this bitterness and anger and jealousy and hatred. That's not who we are. You're not an angry person. You become angry because of things that have happened to you. Let it go. Let the anger go. Let the bitterness go. Let the jealousy go. Let the envy go. In the name of Jesus, let it go. You are better than that. You are bigger than that. You can do it. I'm telling you can do it. I don't care how much it hurts you. It's only your pride or your ego or your she-go that's going to keep you stuck in those areas. Because pride is something that just grips us up, and once we want to hold on to stuff, we want to just be mad because I just got to give them a piece of my mind. Well, how much of your mind are you going to have left if you keep giving people a piece of your mind? I'm not giving you a piece of my mind unless it's going to benefit you. Unless I'm building you up, unless I'm telling you who you are. Listen to me. Answer the question. Only you can answer the question. I cannot answer it for you. I mean, I can suggest some things to you and say, oh, I see this in you. I see that in you. I can kind of hint along, but I cannot tell you who you are. Only you can tell you who you are. So think about it over the rest of the night into tomorrow. Think about who you are. Then change what you're saying. If it's not going to build you up, if it's not going to benefit you, then change who you are. By the words that you speak, change your thinking, change your attitude, change your confession, change it all. God bless you. Heaven smile upon you. That is my prayer today for you. And I love you, and there's not a thing you can do about it. Now, subscribe to my YouTube page, Talana Bard Allen. Make sure you are subscribed to my Lady of Excellence page, because we're going to be going live from there as soon as the name changes. So Lady T Talks will be the new name of the Lady of Excellence page. So please make sure you are subscribed to that page, and so you could be a part of the Lady T Talks, and then I will share it on my page after. If you want to sow a seed, then sow it through Cash App, # Lady Talana, capital L, capital T. And I will also share the link later if you want to click the link and just go in and be a blessing. God bless you. This is good ground. You can sow in good ground. I love you all, and I'm encouraging you to be the best you that you can be. Continue your homework. Looking in the mirror, telling yourself at least 3 times a day that you are enough. Your name, I am enough. God bless you. Heaven smile upon you. That is my prayer.